Hi, it's Ollie here from roastmylandingpage.com and Senja.io. And today I wanted to walk you through how we doubled the activation rate in our product Senja. So for us, activation is taking a sign up and turning them into someone who's used the product in a meaningful way. And before this work that we completed, we were seeing very few people actually activate, one or two in 10. And afterwards, we were seeing twice as many people activate. So there was no change in the signups or where the people came from. We just changed the activation or onboarding flow. And I'll quickly walk you through what we did. Hopefully, it can inspire you to make changes to your product to increase activation. Let's go. So we did make two changes to the sign up page, which you can find here. The first was we added social proof to the right of the sign up page. We used one of our own widgets and pulled in testimonials so that we could increase the amount of people that we acquired. And we also made it easier to sign up by implementing sign up with Google. So that's actually acquisition, not activation. But now I'll show you what we changed within the onboarding or activation flow. Now I'm just going to enter my email address here, a new email and a password, and show you how the sign up flow looks. So we started with adding a little bit of delight with a amazing shower of emojis, and then you can start submitting your details. Interestingly, this was actually multiple screens, and we decided to collapse it down to fewer screens because we felt that multi-stage steps for quite simple information was a little bit overkill. We also added in this question asking whether or not they have testimonials already. Now, this was informative, but we also used it to change the email sequence that the sign up received. So if you say you do have testimonials already, we will show you how to import them in the first email. And if you don't have testimonials, we'll show you how to create a form to collect them. So this was a change that we made, but we wanted to ensure that the change actually had the outcome of creating more value for the sign up further down the activation funnel. Finally, we asked people what we hope they would achieve with Senja. And what was really interesting about what comes back from this form is we had assumed people would talk in benefits language. They would say things like, I want to book more demos, or I want to increase conversion on my landing page. What actually happened is people just said, I want to make a widget like this, or I want to collect testimonials. So they talked in very plain functional language. And that was really informative and illuminating for us. Anyway, let me continue through the flow. So now you're returned with you're ready to go. And what we wanted to do on this page was almost say that Senja is on your side. Senja is going to do some of the heavy lifting for you. So you've given us some information, but we've created a form for you. Previously, you would be returned to the dashboard here, but we wanted to say to people, here you go, we made a form. We've just saved you a bunch of time. Isn't life great when you're using Senja? And this is another change that we made because before you would be able to go to your dashboard and people had a default form. But what we realized was that no one would share their collection form to collect testimonials until they'd done some level of customization. That basically, this had two benefits. One, they would customize it before sharing it because it needed to be on brand. And two, if they invested some time into creating a great form, they would feel more committed and build a tighter relationship with the product. So, to make this look less intimidating, we actually contracted the key elements you can change down. And this was just to make sure that they stayed laser focused on what they need to do at each stage. Also, we added in a picture of a smiling dog, and I think that's going to help in onboarding. Certainly worked for me. And we return with even more amazing confetti made up with emojis. And again, we just wanted to give the person one action. So you've made a form. Now, what you want to do is share the form. So we made it really clear. Here is a link. You can copy it and you can start sharing your testimonials. Or if you prefer, you can embed it or add it to your website. So it was really important for us to say to people, right, you've made a form, now you share a form. We didn't want to say, well done, you've made a form, work out the next steps. The next step from this stage is to go to the dashboard. And there's a couple of fun things we've added to the dashboard to help with activation too, which I'll show you. So the first thing is we actually started by adding a fake testimonial from my co-founder Wilson, so that when you logged into the dashboard, you could see the product in action rather than just have a sense of what might go here. And so Wilson's testimonial is there, and we have the ability to click on it and see some of the functions that the product offers. As well as that, we actually timed it so that after 1 hour, a second testimonial would come in, and that testimonial would come from me. So, spoiler alert, it's not real. The system adds it. But what that allowed us to do was generate an email from the system, which basically said to the person, you have a new testimonial. They would come back to the site and they would get a better understanding of how the product works, and they would be connected to a little bit of delight. So in the next part of the video, I'll show you how that works. So it's an hour later, I'm in my inbox and I can see that I've received an email from Senja with my testimonial from me that the system generated, as well as a bunch of social sharing images of that testimonial. This highlights one of the cool features that we have in Senja and encourages the person to get sharing their form and collect their own testimonials. So those are some of the techniques we use to grow activation, and it has been incredibly effective. We actually doubled our activation rate, and I would love you to take a watch of this video and implement some of these ideas into your own product and then test how they perform. Now, I can't tell you exactly what each function did, but I hope that it's given you some inspiration and you decide to put it in place. Cheers.